Hey guys, welcome to the Prepping Preacher. Man, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Brother Tim, and I hope God's truly blessing you. Been seeing a lot of articles about another item that we probably need to stockpile, folks. They're saying that the drought all over the world and some riots are affecting, so stay tuned. Well, as I said, this is the Prepping Preacher channel. I'm Brother Tim. Man, I am so glad you're here. I hope God is truly blessing you. Hey, we are pro-God, we're pro-family, we are pro-life, we're pro-guns, pro these United States. We stand on those platforms, and we're trying to get our voice out and so that people will be better prepared for the hard times that are coming down the pike. So, hey, if this is your first time with us, man, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. That way you'll get all the new videos, man. And if you like what you're hearing, if you like it, give me a thumbs up, man. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. It's up to you. But it doesn't really bother me, Skippy. But I'm here to talk about an item. I'm seeing article after article after article hitting the pike now of an item that's gonna be short on, and the price is gonna go up. And that item is, it's starting to get hit. It's starting to get low. All right, you can get some whole bean. Right, coffee. Coffee's short. Folks, reading one article that came out at Wall Street Journal, another one out of Fox News, talking about how Brazil has had a heck of a drought. And one farmer even said in an article that it took him a month, where it normally took him 3 months to harvest the beans. Well, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that that's only a third of the crop. So they have been hit hard. Not only that, but now we hear Colombia, they're having problems with the supply, actually getting it down the road because of the anti-government protests that are going on, and things are happening in Colombia. Colombia's a mess. Vietnam, they're having problems getting shipping containers to ship it out. So we're seeing a lot of different things affecting this supply. Now, if you're a prepper, you may say, well, you know, and maybe if you don't drink coffee, let's put it that way, you might think this is not vital. Well, I can tell you this, that stuff sure is good, and it can probably save a lot of marriage counseling if you put some of this stuff back. And so I'm sounding the alarm that you need to stockpile some of this, but how do you stockpile it? See, we're going to try to show you different ways of stockpiling it and how long they last. So stick with us. Okay, well, we see an upcoming problem that there could be some shortages in coffee. There also are going to be price increases. We know everything's going up, so we need to stockpile it. So how do we do that? Well, most people, now, you know, one of the most popular is the Keurig. Them things last about a year and a half, and so you can put up some Keurigs for your machine. The next common way that people buy coffee is the ground. Buy them in these cans. Now we try to stockpile those. We'll pick them up when they're down to about $5. We $4.99 a can, a 32 ounce, I believe it is. Yep, 30 ounce. Now they keep shrinkflation there. It's 30.6 ounces. It used to be 32, but again, we'll put them up at $5 a can and try to get hers and mine. We have two different varieties. See, that's the spice of life. My wife and I are different. She loves her coffee so hot that she takes it out of the coffee pot and puts it in the microwave to get it hotter. Me, I like cold brewed. Some years back, my kids introduced me to the Mean Bean Java drink, and if you hadn't had one, man, they're good. But I started noticing that as I drank more of them, I started having problems getting into my britches. So I realized there was about 240 to 300 calories per can, and so I started making my own. I started roasting and grinding my own beans and using them with the cold brew and making it with some half and half and some skinny syrup. But I digress. That's another thing. But if you're storing it like this, these are ground coffee beans. It deteriorates pretty fast. Unopened in the pantry, they say 5 months past the best buy date, which usually you've got about a year out. So you're talking a year and a half on that. Open in the pantry, you're talking about 3 to 5 months is what you've got left. It starts losing flavor, and there's the problem. You don't want to lose flavor. That's why we drink the stuff. If you don't like it, we'll get you some dirty pond water if you just want the colored water. But it will last. It will last a while. But there's another way. All right, now. We also purchase sometimes, we'll get the whole beans that have been roasted. I like these as the dark Italian espresso. And those will last unopened in the pantry 12 to 24 months past the best by date. So you're talking 2 years added on to another 2. So you're talking about 4 years that they'll last on that. And but now always, some things about it now in the big bulk stores with these bags like this, you don't know when they've been roasted. Them things could be sitting there for a year already. So there could be a year already off of you there. And yes, they will go bad also because they've been roasted. The oils are in there. They can go rancid. Now, but I want to talk about another way, and I really, I don't want to forget. Now, there's freeze-dried coffee, and the only time I've ever drank that was with my granddaddy one time, and at Taster's Choice, and I really didn't like it. Now, if you like it, put it up, because I understand that stuff lasts like a Twinkie. It'll be here with the cockroaches, so you can put some of that up. But I want it for flavor. So they're saying, I think unopened that stuff in the pantry is 10 years past its best buy date, and usually it's 10 years on that. So being that it's freeze-dried, it has no moisture in it. But unopened, it'll last a lot longer. That freeze-dried will. But once you got it open, that's when it starts taking in the moisture from outside. So, but you could still get a decade out of it if you like Taster's Choice, or coffees like that. But the way that I put them back, and they say that will last me 25 years, is the actual green beans. And we're going to look at a way. I learned how to do this. Matter of fact, like most of us do anymore, off of YouTube. I learned how to roast my own beans, and I learned how to grind my own beans and get the flavor that I wanted. So I'm going to show you real quick on a block of instruction.
Real easy. I try to find these for $1 or $2, maybe $5 at yard sales or the Salvation Army. And today we're going to be roasting. See, you don't fill the whole thing up. Now we're going to be roasting. We've got some Guatemalan SHBEP. I picked this up at off of Etsy, as a matter of fact. So I want to drop the beans in. Put my cup. We're all plugged up and ready to roll now. You can see the color is changing. It's getting darker. And there's what we got. So now we're going to go grind them.
The way that we're prepping, we're putting back green coffee beans. Now, we buy these from, I've bought them off of Etsy's. I've also bought them off of Amazon. But I buy the green coffee beans and I roast my own. You saw it. It was real simple. And you can store these in the pantry now, unopened, in a sealed bag. They'll last probably 5 to 10 years. But if you put them in a Mylar bag where nothing's getting in there with oxygen absorbers, you got 25 plus years. So I can store these in a Mylar and they'll keep for 25 years, probably keep longer than this old preacher. But that way you've got your coffee, okay? And it's fairly simple. I showed you there that, it doesn't take much. I used a $5 popcorn popper I picked up at a secondhand store. It takes a little bit of my time. Now, the thing about it is, when you roast them and grind them, you better use them. So don't do a bunch at the same time. Now, I might get some preppers going, well, what are you going to do when the power's out? Well, you can roast your beans just like cooking popcorn over the fire. With a popcorn popper, you got to keep the beans moving. But, people are thinking, well, you can't do without the power. Well, yeah, we can, because they've been roasting coffee beans for hundreds and probably thousands of years to make the drink. So we can do it. And as far as it goes, I've got a hand grinder that I can grind up my beans, just like you've seen the old wood ones with the handle there. Put back and stored up in case the power is out, so we can have our coffee. Guys, again, like I said, it's not a necessity, but it sure is good. Well, if you've made it this far, well, God bless you. I appreciate it. And again, if you hadn't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. And if you liked the video, hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up, that is. By the way, we've done a little bit of contest in the community, and Beth Ann, you guessed it first, the coffee. So a book is coming to you. We're going to be getting with you on that. But again, guys, I'm just trying to help you to get prepared for hard times, because they are coming. They're talking more and more about the inflation. They're talking more and more about gas prices and diesel prices and everything going up. And guys, you know, this country is headed for ruination if something doesn't change. I'm not a pessimist. I still put my hope in Jesus Christ, but he also, just like the ant, he said, look to the ant, you sluggard. And that's what we're doing. We're storing up for hard times. It's not unbiblical to do it. Matter of fact, it is biblical. So until I see you again, I pray that God may richly bless you, that you'll continue to stand in that gap. This is the Prepping Preacher. Guys, I'm out of here. It's time for some coffee.